up, guys? So with the way our world is progressing, it is becoming increasingly more tech-driven. We're seeing a rise in remote work, and our economy is becoming increasingly more independent. So lots more freelancers and contracted workers. And something that I've noticed is that it's no longer a necessity to have to live in a big city with a huge tech presence in order to be a successful tech professional or entrepreneur, or even to just have the same access to resources and support and mentorship and all of the things that you need to grow and thrive in your career. It's a really great place to be in right now, where as a tech professional, you don't have to necessarily choose between being connected to resources and ecosystems that can help you grow and thrive in your career, and also being able to live in places that are affordable and clean and don't have a ton of traffic. If that sounds like a city that you've been to, or maybe that you're in right now, definitely leave it down in the comments below. I recently got to visit a city that is the epitome of what I'm talking about, and today in this video I'm going to share that experience with you. So just based on that little highlight reel, can you tell where I was? I was in Des Moines, Iowa. Yes, Iowa. I was invited by the Greater Des Moines Partnership to check out the entrepreneurship and tech scene out there. The Greater Des Moines Partnership is in charge of the economic and community development in the area. And let me just say, it looks like their work is really doing a lot of good in the area. My first impression coming into Des Moines from the airport was that it was super clean, super walkable. Like, there were sidewalks everywhere from the point of me leaving the airport all the way to my hotel, which was downtown. And it was just really beautiful. I love when there are cities that incorporate a lot of nature into the design of the city, where you have a lot of things that you can do outside, and Des Moines is definitely one of those places. And it was really easy to get around, whether I was walking or taking a short Uber ride. Never ran into any traffic and never felt like I was unsafe while I was walking throughout the streets downtown and in some of the neighborhoods around. Did you know that Des Moines actually has the biggest skate park in the United States? Now, I'm not a skater necessarily, but I would definitely buy a pair of rollerblades or roller skates and go check that out if I was living in Des Moines, because that is so cool. I got to visit it briefly while I was checking out some of the other parts of the city, and literally couldn't even walk the full length of it because of how big it was. It was huge. If you're wondering, the food did not disappoint. I am a big foodie. I'm a little bougie when it comes to my food taste and the experiences that I like to have. My idea of a good time is going somewhere with a nice environment, good food, good wine, good atmosphere, and Des Moines did not disappoint. So definitely a must try if you are passing through the Midwest. I highly recommend you check out some of the restaurants out there. Now let's get into the tech scene, because I know that's why you're here. Let me just start off by saying that I was shocked about just what the tech scene was out there, or that they even had one. I know that might be a little biased, you know, thinking that there's really nothing going on in the Midwest. But there was a whole lot more going on than I could have ever expected. So first, let's start with the corporate scene. I learned that Iowa is known for its insurance and finance. So if you're into fintech or insurance tech, definitely check out Des Moines. This is like the place to be for that. I got to check out the headquarters of a big financial group out in Des Moines while I was there, and I thought it was really cool. So the building was beautiful, lots of amazing places to work, obviously lots of corporate perks like having different places to eat and chill and have meetings and different things like that in the building. I also thought it was really great that they had already incorporated a hybrid model of, you know, working partially remote or partially in the office even before COVID had started. So I got to see a little bit of, meetings happening that were that hybrid model. Most of the tech floors that I visited were empty because the developers were working remotely. I also really loved that they had a portion of the building dedicated to giving back to the community. There are different programs that run out of this dedicated center that they have, and one of which was teaching tech skills to immigrant families and kids in the community, which I thought was really cool. Now, if you're interested in startups or entrepreneurship or freelancing or anything like that, I definitely need you to add Des Moines to the list of places that you're going to check out ASAP, because Des Moines is a great place for anyone in the entrepreneurship or tech startup scene. I met so many amazing founders, freelancers, tech professionals, business professionals, venture capitalists. The list goes on and on while I was here. And like I said, I was only there for 2 days. So I wasn't expecting to meet a ton of people, but the fact that just about everyone that I met was a founder or working, as an entrepreneur in some way was super cool to me. One of the main spaces that I met a lot of these people was in a co-working space called Gravitate. They had a lot of different offices throughout Iowa and the Des Moines area, but this one was super amazing. I got to attend a couple of events and just soak up a lot of the energy. If you're someone that is into entrepreneurship or freelancing or even, starting a startup or different things like that, that it can get really lonely. So I think it's awesome that they have places where people who are doing those types of things can have a sort of support system and community around them, even if, they are going about what they're doing solo. Speaking of community, let's start digging into that, because that was by far the best part about my visit to Des Moines that I experienced. There is just this deep-seated commitment to building community and collaborating and creating safe spaces to provide support and resources in Des Moines, especially in the spaces that I was in, that I have never witnessed before in my life. In all of the different tech spaces that I've been in, I've never felt anything this genuine. Everyone was so welcoming in fact, that I actually got invited to speak at one of the events that was happening while I was there, just to share my story with a group of women founders, which was amazing. I definitely felt so honored to have been so welcomed in that way, because some of these stories of the people who were founding businesses and growing these startups and starting these different things, it was really inspiring. And, they are doing things that I dream of doing. So to be welcomed so much and them care so much about me, just a Pittsburgher visiting the area, it was a highlight of my time there. I thought it was so nice, and it was an amazing time. So going with that, the biggest thing that I learned while in Des Moines was just how crucial it is to have a community and a deep network around you. If you are someone trying to be successful in the tech industry or as an entrepreneur, if you're starting a company or business, it's not just nice to have community and a network. It is essential. It is crucial to being successful. I have met, like I said, so many successful entrepreneurs, founders, venture capitalists while I was out there, and they're all doing amazing things. And I think the key factor that really helped them to get to that unanimously was always the community and the support that they received while in Des Moines. Pretty amazing. So I will definitely be going to Des Moines again. It is on my list of places to visit in the summer when it's a little warmer and I can grab a bike or some roller skates and do some of the fun things that they have outdoors, but also just to connect with that community again and soak up more of the knowledge and information and to be able to collaborate in their community a little bit more. I think that'd be so fun to do. If you are someone who is interested in checking out new places, working remotely, and really exploring the full potential of what you could do as you work remotely, as you explore areas that can provide you the community and support, definitely check out Des Moines as a place to visit or relocate. You never know. You might catch the bug like I did and never want to leave. So definitely hit me up and I will send you all of the list of food recommendations, fun things to do, hotels, whatever that I personally experienced, because I had a great time from start to finish. So would love to help you have the same type of experience as well. And if there are any other places that you want me to explore, definitely leave those down in the comments below. Until next time, guys, you know that I love you, I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace.